Hi, this is Paul Scrivani. Many East Coast Bond fans met up at the Lafayette Theater in Suffern, New York for a morning screening of You Only Live Twice. Gary Firuta supplied some classic posters and introduced the film with a special nod to the late John Barry.
The title song is sung by Nancy Sinatra, who has a father that sung some other songs too. She was so nervous about doing the title song that it took her over 12 takes. And she never got one of them right. And what they did is they took all 12 takes, cut them all together, and made one good song out of it. And it's a very pretty song. It's one of the nicest ones that's been done. And actually the song is one of 10 title songs composed by John Barry. John Barry passed away earlier this year, which was a great loss to just the film industry and to Bond people in general. He was a pretty phenomenal artist. Out of 7 Academy Award nominations, he's won 5 of them, which is a proportion that nobody's ever won in their life. He's composed hundreds of music for films, TV shows, conceptual albums, and even the occasional commercial. He composed music sort of like Fleming wrote books, where they were complex, layered, and very emotional. He looked at the emotional part of the movie and said, how do I accentuate that? But unlike film composers today where they say, hey, the movie's loud, I gotta make my music louder, he wanted to make sure that his music didn't overstep the bounds, but was also part of the drama that had to be there. He had to tell the story. And that's the sign of a true artist. And just in passing on that, if you watch this movie, it's a visually entertaining film, but I think probably John Barry wouldn't mind this time if you actually listen to his score. And really, if you come out of this movie with an appreciation of both film composers and the works that they've contributed to any film series, I think that's probably the best tribute that John Barry could ever have. Thank you very much, and enjoy the movie.
In addition to catching up with Gary, Tom Stroud, and others, it was a bit of a writer's convention with Deborah Lipp, Cinema Retro's Lee Pfeiffer, and writer Richard Scrivani. And I finally met up with Joe Darlington of the Being James Bond podcast, and he has a new book called Being James Bond, and I recommend it. It's available at Amazon.com and throughout the internet.